Hi there, this is Lindsay from the Michigan Journal alongside Erick Lehman. We're previewing the Michigan-Utah game. It's our first preview of the school year, so welcome back. Fourth game for Michigan, 2-1 right now, but not everything's so pretty in Ann Arbor as we will talk today. Utah is coming to the Big House. The two teams have met previously twice, so it's going to be a pretty interesting matchup. The last game came in 2008 to open up the 2008 season, and Utah won 25-23, and that could very well happen again this Saturday. So, what are you thinking about, Erick, going into this game?
Well, the key is definitely going to be Devin Gardner and Devin Funchess. How Gardner can play under pressure, how healthy Devin Funchess is if he plays, and the rushing defense. Utah's got a pretty stout rushing offense. They got 496 rushing yards so far this year. So it's going to be tough. Jake Ryan's going to have to play well. The absence of Desmond Morgan is going to play a factor as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like you were saying, Desmond Morgan. I think alongside with Raymond Taylor, I don't know if he's going to be playing either. We're going to find out Saturday morning, and we will update you. But I mean, that's something that I think playing against the number 3 scoring offense in the nation in Utah. I think that key injuries and we don't even know if Jabril Peppers is going to be full strength either. So it's going to be something that we're going to have to look at, and I think Michigan's going to have to look at that too. I mean, that could be another upset, if you want to call it that, right, at the Big House. So, facing Michigan has the 10th-ranked rushing defense in the nation. They've been pretty good rushing defense in the past couple years under Hope. But I mean, facing Utah scoring offense, number 3 in the nation, that's going to be something that's going to test these young Wolverines.
Right. And also, Frank Clark is going to be another big part. If he can, he's definitely a big part of the rushing defense for Michigan. Mm-hmm. He needs to stay stout up the middle and kind of stop those guys, get a good push on the offensive line, to try and cut the running backs down at the line of scrimmage.
Mm-hmm. We're going to find out a lot about Michigan on Saturday. Utah is a pretty even team offensively, 619 passing yards so far to go along with 496, so they can beat rushing yards, so they can beat you both ways. As far as Michigan, they have the 80th ranked scoring offense in the nation. So, obviously that goose egg against Notre Dame kind of, helps them out in that regard. But, it's going to come down to, two weaknesses. Utah has, I think, the 40th ranked scoring defense. So it's going to be two weaknesses against two strengths. And, Michigan's offense versus Utah's defense, the two weaknesses. And then, Michigan's defense versus Utah's offense. So it's going to be a battle at the Big House, whether people like it or not. So your keys to the game, Erick, looking forward to this Saturday. You said Devin Funchess and Devin Gardner. Anything else that you'd be really looking at on Saturday?
The offensive line. They looked, well against Appalachian State and Miami, Ohio. Didn't look too good against Notre Dame. Let's see what they can do against, a team that's not quite as good as Notre Dame, but still better than the last other two teams we spoke of. Derek Green as well. If the offensive line continues to get a good push, Green can break through, break some tackles. Like you said, Utah's right around 40th in scoring defense, better than the defending national champions. So, it's a tough defense they're going against. So, definitely going to look to see, hopefully, that Derek Green, can get going as well, and that Devin Gardner can, not be under pressure too much and, keep his composure.
I think this is going to be a pretty big matchup. The injuries for me are a couple of things that stand out for Michigan in this game. It's going to be a make or break game already. Going to the fourth game, you have the Big Ten Conference schedule coming up. You have Minnesota 2 weeks from now, and then Penn State a couple weeks after that. You're in the thick of things right now, and you don't learn much from non-conference schedules. But if you do bad and you struggle, you learn a lot. And besides Appalachian State, Michigan hasn't really done much to, kind of calm fans with last year. I mean, last year's 7-6 record, that just was not what Michigan wants to be, and it's still not what Michigan wants to be, but it could very well be a repeat for that. So my prediction for the game is going to be a Utah win. I think they're going to come out and, they're going to be ready. I mean, they're in the Pac-12 now. They played two teams, Fresno State and I think an FCS team, but they're ready, and scoring offense number 3 in the nation against a scoring defense, rushing defense ranked in the top 10. I think that's going to matter too. So I have to pick Utah, probably in a shootout. I think it's going to be one of those games where you're going to have to come down to the last couple plays. So I'm going to pick 28-25 Utah. So what about you, Eric?
Well, I agree. I think it's going to be a shootout. Some may say Utah's got a small sample size to be ranked number 3 scoring offense in the nation with playing 2 games, but they're a really balanced attack, and I think that's what's going to hurt Michigan. Michigan may be able to stop that run, but can Michigan stop the pass while stopping the run? I don't think they're going to be able to do that. But I think Michigan's offense is going to light up a little bit this week and continue to put up points. I'm going to go with 34-27.
Okay. Utah,
yes.
Okay. Yeah, so it's going to be a pretty interesting game. It starts at 3:30 kickoff on Saturday. Jeff Mel will be joining me in the press box, and we'll have all your information, hopefully a post-game video too, to go along with a couple pieces this week. So just follow us on Twitter at TMJ Sports and Lindsay 35. So just follow us, and we'll have your updates. From Michigan Stadium on Saturday. So I'm Ricky Lindsay.
I'm Erick Lehman.
Thank you for watching, and see you Saturday.